Hey guys, thanks for signing up to this free webinar in which I'm about to show you a 5 steps process that you can use to grow the sales of your online fashion store. You learn how you can go from 10 orders per week to 100 orders per week to 100 orders per day. And about me, I am the founder at ilovefashionretail.com. If you are subscribed to my mailing list or have read some of my articles, you probably already know me. I run a fashion focused e-commerce agency in which we work with the fashion retailers around the world, helping them grow their business. And we are a Shopify partner. We build Shopify stores, we market Shopify stores. So we breathe fashion e-commerce as far as our business model is concerned. And the objective of this video is to give you actionable information that you can use to increase your sales conversion rate and achieve your sales goals. Whatever sales goal you have set for yourself, I'll show you how to reach those goals if you are struggling to reach them. And who's this video for? This video is of course for fashion and beauty retailers who are struggling to get online sales and want a better framework to grow their business, a framework that works. And I understand you might be occupied with 100 other things as you just signed up to this webinar and you have plenty of things on your plate that you have to take today. So I'll keep it short, sweet and actionable. And the time you're investing in watching this video, I promise, is going to be worth it. You'll get tons of actionable information that you can use immediately after this webinar ends. And let me start by saying that most retailers out there are doing it all wrong. And maybe you are one of them. Being a fashion e-commerce consultant, I can share many examples of fashion retailers who have beautiful products, awesome website, and are spending thousands of dollars in marketing for a handful of orders per week, which obviously are not enough to pay their bills because e-commerce is a big business. I mean, it's not very cheap to run e-commerce business. So a handful of orders every week doesn't really help you grow your business, and which is not what you hope for. And not just startups, I have seen how fashion retailers who have showrooms and malls where their products sell like hotcakes. I'm talking about a client that I've worked for in Dubai. She was selling handbags in malls in Dubai, and they were selling like anything. She was almost sold out. As she told me, each time she launched a new collection, the handbags were selling very well. But the same brand, when they launched their e-commerce store and sell the same handbag online, guess what? They hear crickets. People come to the website and leave without buying because as you can imagine, when you step inside a mall, you're there to do the shopping. You can go there, touch the handbag, see, and the ambience of the showroom also plays in your mind when you make your shopping decision and you just buy a thing. But the same dynamics don't work the same way when you're trying to make a customer buy from you in an e-commerce situation. And on the other hand, we are also working with Shopify stores that have absolutely no offline presence. They are purely e-commerce, but they're absolutely killing it as they're selling just sneakers, shoes, up to $80,000 per day. They have no offline presence. They are doing their marketing mostly through Instagram. And guess what? They are really moving products. So with this quick video, I want to share my experience working with hundreds of successful and failed e-commerce businesses. At the end of the video, I'll give you a roadmap to help you increase your online sales. The things that I've learned working with all my clients, writing all the articles, and researching all the fashion brands. So with this video, I'll try to give you the things, the exact framework that you need to rapidly grow your online sales and go from 10 sales per week to 100 sales per week to 100 sales per day and hopefully beyond. So first things first, intention. It's very important that you get your mindset right first. You have to approach your marketing and your business and your customers with the right intention. You should know when your intention is to sell and when your intention is not to sell. And you can't increase your website's conversion rate and overall sales by changing the color of your add to cart button. We work with so many clients who hire us for conversion optimization, and we keep telling them that, see, it's they, because they're so fixated on the idea of working, of making changes on the website. They think just changing the color on the add to cart button, or adding an Ajax cart will improve their conversion rate, will decrease their bounce rate. It is true. I agree. You can increase the conversion rate of a store by 0.01% or 0.1% by making small changes here and there, and collectively you can take the conversion of a store that is at 0.4 to 0.5 or 0.6%. But is it enough to really grow the business? Is it really enough to justify the investment that a client has, all the money that they have put into building and running the store? They want profits, they want rapid growth, and an increase of 0.2% conversion rate by changing the add to cart button is just not worth the time and attention. And I'm not saying that this is, you shouldn't do that. Of course, we are a conversion optimization agency, and we do that for our clients, and it's part of our job to make sure the website of our clients is conversion and optimized. We do the A/B split testing. We do everything that we can to make the website's shopping experience as seamless as possible. Someone who lands on the website should be able to check out as soon as possible. But there's something that people don't understand, and they just think that I'll hire a conversion optimization expert, and that person will make changes on my website, and the site will start converting. What a customer does before landing on the website, on your social media, on your email, is as important as what the customer does on the website. So if you're just making changes on your website and you're not changing the way people are engaging with your brand before landing on the website, you'll not be able to improve your conversion rate as much as you want to. You can increase, like I said, by 0.1%, but that's not what the objective is. In other words, the selling starts way before a potential customer finds your website, and it has more impact on your conversion rate than the color of the add to cart button. Okay, so most retailers approach the online sales with the wrong intention, is what I'm trying to say. They try to hard sell on social media, or the places where the customers find the brand. So they sell hard on social media and they sell soft on the website, when it should be other way around. They should sell very softly on their social media and sell it extremely hardly on the website. And in case you already don't know, here's how customers buy fashion online. So a customer sees it, customer wants it, they see it again, they trust it, they buy it. So there are a few steps, and most retailers expect the customers to just see the product and they should buy it, and which is not how it happens. A customer first finds the product, they like the product, they feel the want to have the product, and maybe they leave the store, and they see it again because you were retargeting them, because they got an email from you, and they see the reasons why they should trust you, and they buy it. So there are a few steps, and like I said, many retailers think that a customer would just look at the product and they'll buy it on the website. They do the selling without building want and trust, is what I'm trying to say here. The most important part is building the want and trust in customers so that they can actually buy it. So what you should be doing if you want to improve your conversion rate and increase your sales is that you need to focus on both your social media and your website. And I'm saying, if you want to exponentially increase your sales, you have to focus on your social media and your website. You have to use your social media to build a want and trust in your customers, and your intention should not to be to sell them, but to seduce them. And on your website, you should look to sell them really hard. You should retarget them, you should capture the emails, send them series of emails, and you should send them offers in email, but not vice versa. And it really hurts me when I look at the brands and I get contacted by brands like these. When I look at the Instagram feed, they're just flooded by product pictures and offers. They're putting discount coupons on the Instagram account. Whereas the data is out there. You can go and check. If you share a coupon code on Instagram, customers, the chances are that very few customers will buy it. Okay, because Instagram is not a place where people go to get offers. For offers, people are trained to go and check their emails. And if they come across an offer, they do not act on it because they are not in a buying mode. So you have to make sure that you understand that your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook is not a place where you post coupon codes, where you post product pictures. Selling on social media, posting product pictures and discount coupons can get you a few sales here and there, but it will not help you reach the 100 orders per day target and maybe even more. So I'm not saying that it will not work. You might prove me wrong tomorrow by posting a coupon code and saying that, say Pulkit, I got a sale, I posted a coupon code, somebody used it, somebody made a purchase. But what I'm saying is, yes, you might have few customers who are using, who might have used your coupon code that you posted on Instagram. But in the longer run, uh, you'll not be able to build a community. You'll not be able to use the Instagram as a platform the way it's meant to be used, the way it'll give you more optimal results, is what I'm trying to say. So if you want to really uh, qualify the customers before they land on your website, social media is the place where you can do that, and stop trying to sell them, start trying to seduce them. That is would be the right word. Build a want in them and then make them land on the website. They'll make the purchase, because you can't approach online fashion as a transactional business, because it is not. Pushing for sales without building a want in your customers and building a trust will only give you a negative ROI on the money you spent on your marketing. You can't improve your conversion rate or increase your sales by tweaking your website in isolation. To produce massive results, rapid growth, all the pieces need to come together. You need to optimize your social media and you need to optimize your website. That's how you grow exponentially. Again, I'm not saying that making usability tweaks to make your site user friendly is not important. It is extremely important, but it cannot get you sales alone until you build the want and trust that I'm talking about here. And if you're wondering that this guy has been talking about building a want, building a trust, how do you do that? It is not easy, because building a want in your customers might sound very challenging, but I think if you stick to the basics of marketing, it is not very difficult. So let me show you my 7 ways that you can use to build the trust and want in your customers before they land on your website. I'll not spend a lot of time on this and take you all through all these 7 ways quickly. So number 1. So if you ask me what is the number 1 thing that you can do as a brand to be a buzz on social media, that people are talking about your brand and products on social media, is to create share-worthy content on social media, and which you can only do if you first of all get your intention right. You stop posting product pictures on Instagram. That's number 1. Number 2, know your customers, know about them. What are their problems, needs, desires, aspirations, frustrations? What are they going through? What are the causes they're supporting? So you need to know the personality of your customers and talk about the things that they care about. That, if you look at that might make your feed slightly generic. You might say that Pulkit, that will attract irrelevant customers. For example, if you are a kids wear brand, if you start posting pictures about mothers breastfeeding, yes, that might attract some generic followers, the people who are just into breastfeeding but not really into your brand. But what that will also do is that the Instagram's algorithm would like it if you are talking about things that your followers care about and they're engaging with it, they're following you. It will boost the performance of your commercial post. If you next post picture of an influencer who's wearing your products, or one of your customers who's wearing your products, guess what? Your content will get more engagement because of the breastfeeding post that you post a couple of days ago. That got a lot of engagement. So Instagram thinks that whatever you're posting, they trust you, that it's good content for your followers, so they'll automatically give you more exposure. So it's very important that you first of all know your audience, what they're interested in, and then you produce share-worthy content relevant to your brand and the audience. So that's number one way to build the want. So number one is that. Number two is have a solid core category that's geared towards your audience. Your customers should love the products in this category, and so much that they should share it on social media. So while we understand if you are selling into multiple categories, know which one is your core product, which product do your customers like the most, and try to really own that category. Try to be the best in the industry at selling that particular product, and not just selling the product but also presenting the product on social media. Third one, of course, is have high perceived value by investing in good product photography and copywriting. If you do everything, but if your product pictures are too dark, are not properly edited, or if you're writing poor product descriptions, no one is going to buy from you. So make sure that your products have high perceived value. Like I always say that your products are only as good as they look on your product page and on your social media. Fourth is work with influencers. I'm sure you already know that that can build want and trust automatically and immediately. Fifth is, of course, having a very consistent visual identity. So make sure that you have brand identity guidelines if you're hiring a social media agency, or if your social media agency, if you have your social media team in-house, make sure that they have your brand guidelines. If you already don't have a guideline that shows how to use your logo, packaging, what color palettes you can use on your social media, the backgrounds, elements, icons, filters, your visual language needs to be very, very consistent on your social media. Only then you can create the impact. So if you haven't invested in building a brand identity guideline, make sure you have one. If you don't know anyone, you can contact us. We'll be happy to do that for you. But it is very important for your social media presence, making that impact and creating the want. It is very, very important that you invest in having a professional visual guidelines for your team when they are creating content. And six, of course, is product reviews. I need not tell you that product reviews can have. I think that the single most the single biggest factor on your website that can increase your conversion rate dramatically. And seventh is an extension of the product reviews, that is, you should have user generated content on social media. When customers see other customers posting the pictures of a brand on social media, they automatically trust that brand and they want to buy the brand. And as far as the customer's angle is concerned, all the customers, if they like a brand, they have the natural inclination to flaunt the brand on social media. They like to use the hashtag, and they like to tell everyone that they are using your brand. So if you do all this, you can consider yourself ready to optimize your website for conversion. Until you don't do this, don't expect your add to cart placement to have a big impact on your site's conversion rate. So guys, you know how to build a want and trust in your customers. Now you're ready to know my 5-step process that you can use to increase your sales. Because if I hadn't tell you how to build a want, these 5 steps will not make any sense. They'll not help you. So you know how to build a want. You know that building a want is important. You know that how to build a want. Now let's talk about the 5-step process that you have signed up for. Step number 1 is set up a goal. Give yourself a monthly sales goal for next 1 month, 3 months, and a year. And it's very common when we work with clients, our clients don't have goals, and it doesn't make sense. You need to have goals. You need to put goals in place. Only then you can create a marketing strategy. And like I said, have a goal for next 1 month, 3 months, and a year. The 6 months doesn't make sense, because after 3 months you usually know that what worked, what did not work, and you make the tweaks. And your goal is to hit the target of what you want to achieve in terms of your monthly sales goal by end of the year, after 12 months, after doing initial work of 3 months of testing what worked, what did not work. Then you just try to achieve the target of next remaining 9 months, what is your monthly sales target is. So you need to set a clear goal. Number 2, need to communicate. You have to communicate with specific value proposition differentiators on the touch points of your website, such as homepage, about page, product page, welcome email, Instagram bio, Twitter bio, Facebook bio, in your social media content. You have to communicate constantly with your customers. Why should they buy from you? What makes you remarkably different? And by remarkably, I mean what makes you different in a way that is worth talking about on social media. So make sure you communicate that on, especially on your homepage and your about page and your welcome email and your social media bio, because that information is going to be there. Every time a customer engages with your website, they look at your bio, they know that this is why they should buy from you. And avoid you making vague claims about your quality and that you offer high quality products or inexpensive products. It's just too vague. Everyone says that their products are inexpensive, affordable. Everyone says that they're high quality. So don't make any vague claims in your value propositions. It's a very important place on your website, your about page, your home page. When you talk about your brand, just be very specific. Know that this is who your audience is, and this is the unique value you're bringing to them. You're giving them the most exclusively designed products, and these products are really beautiful. You're building products for transgenders. Your products stand for gender equality. There should be something that is larger than the brand that your target audience wants to be associated with. Okay, so try to be as specific as possible with your brand communication. Give them a clear motivation to be part of your brand on these social media touch points. You have to be consistent. Just doing that in your welcome email will not help you. You'll have to repeat your messaging until everyone knows that what your brand stands for. Don't try to copy the established brands by being vague about your value propositions, because these brands, they already have captured the market. They already have customers. They know why they're buying from them. Whereas you maybe are a startup. People don't know your brand yet, and maybe you're entering a new market. People know you in Europe, maybe they don't know you in the US. So it's very important that you act modestly and really do a good job introducing yourself to customers, and being very clear with your communication and being very consistent with your communication. Talk about things that make you worth talking about. So you set the goal, make sure that you communicate and give people the right reasons to buy from you, and do that consistently. The third step is you have to seduce your customers. On your social media, show creative and visually consistent user-generated content to build a warmth and trust in people before they land on your website. We have already discussed this. So the third step is very, very important, that you do not try to sell them on social media, try to seduce them. Whenever they open the Instagram, they should see your brand talking about something that they are interested in without really saying, come and buy from us. You do that, and you're on top of their mind until one day they receive your email with a discount coupon and they buy from there. But on social media, don't sell them. You have to seduce them. What you can talk about on your social media, be precise to seduce them, is you can show them your beautiful product packaging. You can show them that you're working with an XYZ influencer that they maybe know, and they are wearing your brand. You maybe show them customer reviews. You show them one of the articles that you recently wrote, the causes that you support, the lifestyle visuals, anything that does not sell them a product directly, but which does not have a price tag or discount coupon, or a product picture that is just picked from their product page. Anything except that is acceptable, as long as it is interesting. It would engage your target audience. So you have to seduce your customers on your social media, and make sure your content is visually consistent. Again, make sure that you're investing in having a good designer create your brand identity. Most retailers only have a logo in the name of their brand identity. They don't have a packaging design professionally, and they don't know what the color palette is, and they use all sort of filters, all kinds of adjectives on their social media. It looks inconsistent, unprofessional, and doesn't really help people doesn't really help you in making your customers trust your brand. So, number one, set a goal. Second, communicate. Third, seduce on the social media. Number fourth is sell really hard on your website. Make sure that you using, of course, using Facebook paid ads. You're working influencers. You're working with SEOs. Make sure after you've done the first three steps or the fourth step, you're doing good job at promoting on your website by running ads. Uh, you so that is selling. So creating Facebook paid ads and optimizing your website, that is selling. What is hard selling? Hard selling is when you create multiple selling opportunities using email marketing funnels and retargeting. So somebody comes to your store, they may be liked your social media feed. Make sure when they land on the website, you capture their email address. Make sure they get a series of welcome email. Make sure if they add the product to the cart, they get abandoned cart reminders. Make sure you retarget them everywhere they go after they land on your website, especially on their Instagram and their Facebook, and maybe you retarget them on their Google accounts as well, including YouTube, and use AdWords. So make sure you create multiple selling opportunities. You just don't sell them softly on your website. So you've done a good job in selling them softly on the social media, but once they land on your website, you go really hard on them on selling your stuff because you have built the want, they want it. Now you want to make them place their first order. So make sure your website, and it's also very important that you make sure that your website is user friendly on desktop and on mobile, especially on mobile, and it is localized. So if you are trying to sell in, let's say, Dubai, make sure that you offer them Arabic language and dirham as the local currency. Or if you are want someone to buy you from Canada, so the currency of the Canadian dollars, Australian dollars in Australia, that these options should be there. The shopping experience should be localized for your customers, especially if you're selling globally. That is very, very important. That's also part of the your agenda, to make sure that you're selling your customers really hard on your website. And it will only work if you have sold them softly on the social media. If you try to hard sell them on the website without soft selling them on social media, they might just get pissed off and see, they'll know that this brand is just trying to sell them, and it'll not come across in the same way. They'll just find your messaging too pushy. But if you seduce them, now if you sell them on your website, they'll not take that as hard sell. Because they want your products, they want to be part of your brand. So don't go half-hearted when you try to sell your website. All the selling pieces should be in place on your website. Your emails and your Facebook paid ads, they should be ready to sell your customers really hard on the website. So that's number fourth. Number fifth is scale. After you get initial orders, you have to collect data, you have to collect customer feedback, what they think, and optimize your ad campaigns, so that you can pump in more money in Facebook paid ads, because now you are getting ads, you know which products are selling, you know which ad copies are performing, and you know which influencers got you the most ROI. So you pay them more, you work with similar influencers. So whatever selling strategies worked for you, it's time to pump in more money to really take it to the next level and go from that 100 sales per week target to 100 sales per day target. And that's how you do it. It has to be done in a very linear way. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. That's how it should be done. You set a goal, you communicate, you seduce, you sell, and then you scale. And that's it. By following these 5 steps, you can unlock the code to increase the sales of your online store. So now you have 2 choices. Either you do it the hard way, try to execute these 5 steps on your own and make expensive mistakes and waste a lot of time, or you hire someone like us who can help you build the want and also execute these 5 steps for you, so that you do that without making mistakes and wasting a lot of time and money. And about us, we are a fashion focused development and marketing agency in India. Our area of expertise is to help online fashion retailers around the world increase their sales by building high converting e-commerce websites and running creative social media marketing campaigns. We are featured in the textbooks of Missouri State University. Our essays are read in institutes including FIT, and we are featured by Moss, Forbes, Big Commerce, and we are Shopify partners, like I already said. So we are really deep into fashion and have been doing this for last 4 years, working fashion e-commerce brands around the world. And we have some awesome case studies on our website. If you want to check, you can do that. And right now we're looking for a few more of our dream clients. So let's get on a call and discuss your business and see if we are a match for each other. So this marketing strategy session will be between you and me. I'll speak to you personally. I'll look at your website. I'll look at your social media accounts and tell you the missing pieces that help you identify the gaps in your marketing strategy. Of course, I first understand your business and the way you're doing your marketing, the way your current marketing funnels are working, how well are they performing. I'll try to find the gaps that I can, and if we are fit for each other, I'll offer you help to execute these all 5 steps that I've mentioned in this video, along with also helping you with your social media so that you're building that want. Because we are also content creators, we are working with some top brands in fashion and hospitality, producing content for our clients. So we should be able to help you with all these areas that I mentioned in this video. So I'm going to speak to you and see if we can really help you, and if we can help you, I'll give you a roadmap in terms of how possibly we can work together. So if you want me to help you improve your website's conversion rate and help you increase your sales by following this approach, if you want me to help you, I want you to click on the link below and fill out the application form. I'll look at your application form, and if I think we are a good fit for each other, I'll set up a time. We'll speak on Skype, and I'll be happy to tell you more ways how I can help you grow your business. So that's pretty much it. If you have any queries, you can email me at pulkit@ilovefashionretail.com, or you can go to ilovefashionretail.com to know more about me. All the links will be placed in this landing page, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for the time. Bye bye.